Grading systems, budgeting struggles, and student mental health. Those are some of the hot topics 6 candidates focused on during tonight's Superior School Board Live Community Forum. The candidates include Laura Gabsky, Emma Sventek, and Nicholas Olson, as well as Sarah Snow White, Sarah Schubert McCone, and Shelly Moen. The 6 candidates are vying for 3 open seats that will be voted on during the April primary. In order to give voters a better idea on where they stand on issues, Northern News Now's Cara Kopp is joining us live in studio. Cara, you were at tonight's forum. What was the biggest issue up for discussion?
Well, Heidi, it's centered around what's found on every student's report card. But while students and even us former students focused on how we did, what our grade was, Superior School Board candidates were specifically focused on the grading process itself. Many of us are used to standard grading or A through F, but it was around post-COVID time Superior School District changed their grading style to standard space. More specifically, it's a system that focuses on what students know and can do in relation to a specific learning standard rather than a letter or numerical grade. While some parents believe this was a good move on the district's part, others strongly believe they should change it back. When asked about that topic, candidates Emma Sventek, Nicholas Olson, Sarah Schubert McCone, and Shelly Moen say that they believe the current grade system isn't working.
I think that the initial vision was clarity, and unfortunately that's just not what we're seeing right now. I think we really need to rethink it.
I feel that that has disengaged our students, that they are not challenged.
It just causes a communication problem. So then parents are emailing staff and wanting an explanation, and it just causes extra time out of their day.
Whether it's a combination of the existing system with some modifications or a transition back to the A through F traditional system.
As for candidate Laura Gabsky, she says she is content with a standard space grading style.
And so our kids are actually more equitably assessed on what they're actually retaining rather than if they can memorize information.
Saying that if she is elected, she hopes to focus on longer-term issues within the district like the budget. Unfortunately, Sarah Snow White wasn't able to attend Wednesday's forum due to prior commitments. While a big part of the discussion was on grading tonight, candidates also focused on plenty of other topics, including budget issues and teacher retention. Between now and Election Day, we'll be examining many of those issues. Again, Election Day is Tuesday, April 2nd.